The Israel Defense Forces released a video this weekend claiming to show elite units raiding what it described as terrorist infrastructure in Gaza, yielding large quantities of weapons. VOA cannot independently verify this or other IDF content. Those IDF raids are just the latest in the Israel-Hamas conflict, now in its 9th month following Hamas's October 7th terror attacks on Israel. Then, the Western-identified terror group and its allies stormed the border with Israel, killing 1,200 and kidnapping some 250 people. Since then, Israel struck back hard in Palestinian territories, killing more than 37,000, mostly civilians, according to the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry. The United Nations has for months warned of catastrophe and famine in Gaza as Israel choked off entry points where vital food, water, fuel, and medicine would normally pass. But as of Sunday, the IDF announced a daytime tactical pause in its military offensive in the southern Gaza Strip. From 5 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon and until further notice, the pause aims to grant safe passage of aid trucks bringing much-needed supplies to Gaza. Welcome news to aid groups struggling for months to deliver life-saving supplies.
Here we have really a protection disaster and a water and sanitation catastrophe. People are camping on the streets, on the beach, at best with some piece of shelter. But we were driving through rivers of sewage.
News of the tactical pause comes as the government of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced 8 of its soldiers died in fighting in the Rafah area of the Gaza Strip in what was the deadliest such attack by Hamas in months. Netanyahu blamed the fatalities on a roadside bomb or anti-tank missile. Meanwhile, Israelis continued their weekly protests against Netanyahu's government, calling for both an end to the war and the freeing of hostages taken by Hamas. News of the protected movement of humanitarian aid comes as Muslims celebrate Eid al-Adha, or the Fast of Sacrifice. It takes on a new meaning this year following months of war where instead of celebrating in their homes, many Palestinians now pray atop piles of rocks and rubble. Arash, Arabasadi, VOA News.